What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into another FFPC Classic live stream here on South Harmon Fantasy Football. I'm your host, Eric Vanek. Follow me at Eric Vanek NFL, and we're going to do another draft here this evening. We're going to be picking from the 11 spot. Haven't had an 11 spot in a while, so this will be interesting to see how it goes. I wanted to do this, especially with all the new injuries and stuff, especially Ashton Genty, some other guys I ended up moving up in my rankings too. Like, I just kind of wanted to dabble in this little update here for my rankings and kind of see how things go. I got another home league draft on Monday evening, so I want to kind of prepare for that a little bit. Maybe do another one, excuse me, another one of these drafts this weekend, and yeah, kind of go from there. I want to do coming up here. I gotta plan it out, but I want to kind of do a draft, a draft a day. I kind of want to go from like the first game's on a Wednesday this year, which is really fucking weird. But I want to go do like a draft from a Wednesday to Wednesday, basically. Just knock out 7 drafts, 7 days, and do a draft each day to kind of close it out here and kind of have a little fun with it. So I think that's what I'm going to do here to finish out the season. And it'll be a lot of fun. So we'll do that. Live stream them all here for you guys. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the like button down below. Would really appreciate it. Follow me at Eric Vanek NFL as well, and you'll get updates for when I do go live with these. So this should be fun. 11 spot here. Honestly, I'm kind of open to anything at this point. Have a lot of different teams. I think running back is going to be the key in these things because the running backs just dry up so fast. So this might be a double running back start. But we'll see what happens. Like, we had Brock Bowers fall to the second round in our last one that we did. Could Amon-Ra fall? Like, I would have to press the button on Amon-Ra. Could, somebody not unexpected fall? Like, my home league, just straight up. I had the 6th pick on Saturday. I took Jonathan Taylor over Christian McCaffrey. I just don't have a good feeling about the 49ers and Christian McCaffrey this year. And I took Jonathan Taylor over him. So just kind of a little bit of a gut feeling on that one. But I do have some Christian McCaffrey in these leagues. I think I have like 4 or 5. I can actually look here while we're playing around. Let's see. Christian McCaffrey. I have him in 3. So that's fine. Like, that's not going to be, hinder me. Like, that sucks. I have Christian McCaffrey on 3 teams. That's great. Like, I'll take a chance on him in 3 of them. So we'll see how that goes. Barry says, I'm going to encourage if Lamb and JJ fall, let it in on this one. What do you mean? Like, pass on them, Barry, or take them, or I'm not sure what you mean. Yeah, I don't know if I have a ton of CD Lamb. That's one of my favorite players in the NFL. I'm actually gonna look. I know it's got to be like 1 or 2. I have 1 Chase, 1 Amon-Ra. Holy shit, I don't have any CD Lamb, do I? I have not drafted CD Lamb once this year in these leagues. I would definitely fix that at some point. CD Lamb is definitely one of my favorite players in the league. So, all right, we are off. Draft starting. Bijan Robinson is the pick. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how I don't have any CD Lamb, and I'm a big fan of his. There goes Jamar Chase and Bijan Gibbs are the first couple, which we kind of expected at this point. There goes old Puka Nacua. If he's there, take him. Okay. Dude, I love James Cook this year, so I'm with you on that one. All right, Puka. I don't have any Dak Prescott this year either. I had a bunch of Pickens, Dak, CD Lamb stacks last year. But it's so important to get the running backs. Oh, I see Luther Burden returned to practice today. Good news. Love that. There goes JT. There he is. JT 6 it over McCaffrey. Just what I did on Sunday. This is exactly how the draft started off on Sunday or Saturday. I did too. Same 6 picks. First 6 picks. And I was prepared to take Taylor or JSN. Whoever would have fell to me, so I was happy with that. I didn't expect Taylor to go, so I felt pretty comfortable I was going to get him. There goes Amon-Ra St. Brown. All right, 3 more picks, and then we are up. There goes Christian McCaffrey at 8. Bowers still there. Cook, Barkley, Chase Brown, Ken Walker, Achane. There goes Cook right ahead of me. I don't have a lot of Chase Brown either. Chase Brown goes right ahead of me. So that leaves all the receivers here. Bowers is there too. I think Lamb comes back to me, to be honest. It just kind of depends on how I want to start. So let's do this. I've wanted some more Ken Walker. Let's get a Ken Walker share. Make sure we lock him up. And then we'll get whatever wide receiver or Bowers. We can get Jefferson, Lamb, or Bowers. One of them is going to fall to us. So let's do that. I'm expecting Lamb will be there. So there goes Jefferson. Yeah, I wanted another Ken Walker. I haven't been able to get him lately. Like, people have just been higher on him, taking him before I could. So it's good to I'll just take him at 111. Big deal. I take him at 111 or I take him at 202. Okay, Achane goes. We'll let Bowers slip one spot here, and we'll take our first CD Lamb of the offseason. And maybe I'll even target Dak in this one, too, since I don't have any Dak. So I'll mark Dak on my little list here. Hard to pass on Brock Bowers, especially when he goes in the first round like all the time. But I do have a decent amount of Brock so far. Let's see, how many Brock do I have? Brock Bowers, I have 3 shares. So yeah, I have a decent amount. There goes O'Marion Hampton. There goes Bowers. So James Cook, Brock Bowers start. Pretty good start there for that owner. Let's see what the McCaffrey owner does here. Barry, maybe you know this. So obviously, Oh, you know what? Never mind. I probably know why. Because they're doing the 49ers game, Rams game on in Australia, so they're like almost like a day ahead of us. So that's why they're doing the Wednesday, Thursday game. Okay, that makes sense. There goes Trey McBride. I put it together in my head. Wow, this guy took Ashton Genty this high with the injury? No thanks. There goes Saquon. That's a hell of a fall for Saquon. Taylor, Saquon, Barkley start. That's eggplant material right there. I'd be walking around with like a fucking stiffy for a week. Be like the grandpa in fucking road trip movie. Fucking knocking things over with my boner. Jesus. There goes Derrick Henry. Yeah, these running backs are already eating through. Like my next running back on my list is Brees Hall, and he usually goes in the third round. So yeah, these running backs are getting eaten up quickly. Malik Neighbors making it into round 2 now. There goes AJ Brown. Puka Neighbors, that's a nice start. Those guys are both healthy. That's for sure. There goes Colston Loveland. There goes Nico Collins to the Bijan owner at the 101 spot. Now they're doing their turn picks, and then it'll be on the way back to me. And kind of evaluate things as they go here. I probably am leaning running back, depending on who's there, but definitely open to whatever comes. Devontae Smith at the 301. That's a reach, but if that's your guy, that's your guy. There goes London and Chris Olave. Team starting off 3 receivers: Chase, AJ Brown, Olave. All right, now the Puka and Neighbors owners up. Let's see what he does here. He goes Kyron Williams, adds another Ram to the list. JSN and Derrick Henry owner is up now. We'll see what he goes with. There goes Josh Allen. There goes George Pickens. There goes Lad McConkey. So I talked about Brees Hall going in the third round. He's still there. Here going into the late third. So 3 more picks, then we're up. There goes Brees as soon as I talk about him. There goes Zay Flowers. And Rashee Rice. So who am I feeling here? I'm okay with who's gonna come back to me in the fourth. I love this guy this year, and I don't have a ton of him yet. I'm gonna actually check because I'm on that page. I only have 2 shares of Tyler Warren this year, so we're gonna grab another Tyler Warren share here, and then we'll let the chips fall and see who comes to us. And I don't have to putz around with tight end later. I can get a really good one in Tyler Warren, who I really, really like this year. I just think he's going to be the absolute focal point of that Colts offense with Jonathan Taylor. Josh Jacobs, who could still get suspended, goes there. Not who I would have taken. I mean, do I take Jeremiah Love in round 4 if he's here? I mean, I could go Javonte, but I have Lamb. Could I go with another receiver? I don't have any Garrett Wilson so far. I could go Jalen Waddle, who I really like. I really like Travis Etienne in that offense. And there goes T. Higgins, who I wasn't even mentioning. I think it's smarter to go running back here, just because they're going to get sucked up and eaten up. So, do I go Javonte, Jeremiah Love, or Etienne? I don't have a ton of Jeremiah Love so far. You think Waddle? Interesting. Okay. I think I go running back because I think receivers are going to come back to me and I'll be okay with it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Jeremiah Love. I don't have a ton of him. I think round 4 is a good discount price on him compared to where he was going. I don't. Yeah, he's not going to be out for the year or anything like that. I might miss him for a week or so. Whatever. I'll make up for it. Yeah, 4th round Jeremiah Love is definitely very unheard of. So I'll take the discount there. That's the discount price. Like honestly, I would still take right now. I would take Jeremiah Love, Javonte Williams, Etienne, Swift. I take all those guys over Genty because I think Genty's going to miss a while. At least from the sounds of it, like he might miss a month. So I think I would take those guys over Genty. There goes Waddle, who I definitely like Waddle a lot. So yeah, really good start here. Ken Walker, Jeremiah Love, Tyler Warren, CD Lamb. I like that start a lot, and I've gotten guys that I don't have a ton of, which is good for me. I like to have diversify a little bit here. So this is the whole plan. Exactly. We talked about every stream basically. Like Genty's going way too high. Yeah, taking him over James Cook. No, I get it. Like if it was Genty's injured. That's what it is. That's why he's fallen. Otherwise, he'd be, still going where he is. I still think it was too high, but obviously now, in hindsight, yeah, it sucks because he got hurt. But I mean, we'd be saying that. I mean, I think James Cook's in a spot where he deserves to go, but if he got hurt, we'd be fucked on that a little bit. So the injury sucks for sure. But he was going too high. I agree. There goes DeAndre Swift. Yeah, so like I said, those running backs were going to get eaten up. Like now we're looking at Scatabo, Bayshal Tootin, Jadarian Price, Judkins, Montgomery, Irving. We're looking at those types right now, and I don't feel as comfortable with those guys as like league winning upside type plays. Because coming back to me, I bet you all those guys are gone by the time it comes back to me here. So yeah, it's too high in general. I agree. I mean, he's super talented. I think the Raiders are only improving as well, so that helps. There goes Bayshal Tootin. There goes Cam Scatabo. That's the furthest I've seen Scatabo fall. But all the talk of Najee, cutting in a little bit. I think there's a legit opportunity Tyrone Tracy gets traded or fucking cut. I don't know, for whatever reason they don't like Tyrone Tracy. Mike Washington looks fucking great, and I feel so vindicated about having him as my fourth running back in the class. Right. Yep. I agree with you, Barry. There goes Bucky Irving. So yeah, I am super glad right now that I drafted a running back because I knew this shit was gonna happen right here. These guys are shitting green all over the fucking board right now, and these running backs are getting sucked up. They're getting sucked up faster than Jed York in a fucking trailer park right now. And there goes Judkins. Yep, agreed. Damn, Barry didn't even hear my Jed York joke. Damn. I thought that was going to land really good. There goes DJ Moore and Tet McMillan. All right, it is on the way back here to us. Um, there's one running back there I would take. I doubt he makes it to me, so we're probably looking receivers here. Yes, I have. Yes, the green shit and the Jed York joke. That's where we're at here in August 26th. All right, there goes JMO. It's a little high for JMO. There goes Luther Burden. I was kind of hoping Luther Burden would come back. That did not happen. There goes Terry McLaurin. Now these guys are pissing yellow and just fucking getting all the receivers here right before us. There goes Jadarian Price, which was the running back I was mentioning. There goes Parker Washington right ahead of me. There goes Jonathan Brooks in round 5. Good Lord. Patty, what's going on, buddy? All right, so I'm up next here. I'm guaranteed one of the receivers here I like, so I'm good with that, which is Christian Watson or Davante Adams. And there goes Christian Watson. So we will grab a Davante Adams here, which is another guy I don't have a lot of so far this year. So definitely grab a Davante Adams. And then let's figure out who we're going to take after that. I'm probably guessing another wide receiver here. We'll see who comes, or maybe we grab a second tight end. Oh, you're good. You're good. Hopefully this guy grabs not wide receivers here. That'd be great. There goes Mike Evans. And this is the point where the wide receivers die for me. When you get to Carnell Tate, BTJ, Quentin Johnson, Marvin Harrison, those types. All right, so he took Ramondre, which is great because I wanted Rome Odunze. So we're going to grab old Rome Odunze here to start off the 6th round. So Walker, Lamb, Tyler Warren, Jeremiah Love, Devontae Adams, and Rome Odunze. So really good start here. I got to step away for 1 minute, though. I will leave the draft board up for you guys to keep along with while I go do something really quick. So I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. Let me catch up here. So we had Lamar go, um, Travion and Marvin, Pitts, Kraft, Laporta, Jalen Warren, RJ Harvey. Wow, that's a high pick for RJ Harvey. George Kittle, Kenny Gainwell. Okay. Grab team Brooks in the 5th. What a journey from Chuban like the 8th. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the offensive line's all beat up for Carolina, too. That's scary. Yep, math ain't mathin'. I agree. Joe Burrow. There goes Carnell Tate. He's fallen a little bit too compared to where he used to go. Yeah, I mean he hasn't even caught a pass yet. There goes Jaden Daniels. Kind of trying to think here what I would go. I don't have any Drake May. I think if Drake May fell here, that might be worthy of a shot. Because I don't think I have any Drake May at all. So that might be one. If he falls. I'm going to kind of think he might not. Yeah, I don't know what to think about the Titans. Is it just Cam Ward fucking sucks? The coordinator sucks? The offensive line's fucking terrible, so nobody can do anything? I don't know. It's not looking great for Cam Ward, that's for sure. Drake May, yeah. No, of course he goes to the fucking guy who times out. Fucking jerk off. All right. Here goes Blake Corum. Yeah, a lot of these running backs are just eating up, but I might have to grab a couple here before it's too late. Yep, I agree, Bear. There goes DK Metcalf. Tony Pollard. And there goes Chris Godwin. So I'm going to take Jordan Mason here. I don't have a lot of him. And from everything that I've read, he sounds like he is looking really good for the Vikings camp. So let's grab a Jordan Mason here, just because those running backs are just dying right now in this draft specifically. So I might even grab another running back just to have a couple guys with Jeremiah Love maybe hurt. Maybe a Krosky Merritt here. I don't have any Cortland Sutton yet. I could grab a Cortland Sutton. That might not be bad. There goes Goddard. Let me pull up the board so you guys can look here. Okay, he goes Michael Pittman. You think Dobbins? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Dobbins either. I don't have a ton of him. I think I can skip on the receiver for a round, but yeah, I think I agree with you. I need to get another running back here, since they are like pretty much after these next two, they're done. So, Dobbins bye fits with all these guys too. And it's a really good offensive line. So yeah, you convinced me. Let's go Dobbins. So we'll go Mason, Dobbins. Now we have four solid running backs that I feel decent about. Dobbins, Mason, Love, Ken Walker. I feel good about those guys. Still have three solid receivers too, and a really good tight end. So I feel like we came out of that pretty good. There go, excuse me. There goes Jalen Hurts. BTJ. Yeah, RB4 feels good for sure. Yep. And honestly, after like Krosky Merritt and maybe Chuba, I don't really feel good about anybody. So I think that was a smart play to just eat up two of the running backs here and let these guys deal with all that shit running backs. And then I can maybe take an upside shot here on, somebody else. All right, there goes QJ. Josh Downs is another guy I don't get. I just don't fucking get it at all. There goes Kelsey. There goes Kincaid. Okay, there goes Krosky Merritt and Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely, another guy, moved way down my list. All right, there goes Chuba. Yeah, and then they signed Keenan Allen, and it ruins it all. Would it shock you if Tyler Warren and Keenan Allen lead the team in receiving this year for them? I'd probably bet on it, honestly. Yeah, I just want Warren and JT. That's all I want. Yeah, agreed. All right, there goes Wandale Caleb, Jaden Reed, and Rashad White. Yeah, the Keenan thing is definitely going to affect them. Cortland Sutton in round 9. Hell of a pick there. There goes Michael Wilson, another good pick. Yeah, I just don't know if he can be on the field all the time. He's never proven he can. There goes KC and Kyle Monagny. I was kind of hoping KC would fall back. There goes Stribling, another guy I was hoping for. Both of those guys are gone. Hoping my other receiver I want stays. Don't take him. There goes Jordan Addison. And there goes Stephon Diggs. And I wanted Matthew Golden. So we will draft old Matthew Golden there as our 4th receiver. Whoops. All right, there goes Aaron Jones. You know, I think I'm going to risk it on the quarterback run here. Because there's a lot of guys down the board here that do have quarterbacks. And he took Dak in front of me anyways to be a cocksucker. So I'm going to risk it on the quarterback here. You know who I am going to take here and kind of fuck everybody a little bit? I'm going to take Mike Washington Jr. here. This is about where I moved him up to on my ranks. I don't have much of him, and let's take a shot at him. So we're going to go Mike Washington here, round 10. And there goes Tyler Algier right after that. There goes Kalen Black here in round 10. That's an interesting reach. I may have reached a little bit on Mike Washington, but fuck, Kalen Black. That's a big reach. And kind of fuck some of these other guys I need running back too. Was my thinking. Because it's not like I necessarily have like the most stable set of running backs here. Like Walker does get hurt from time to time. Love's already hurt. You know, Mason's been inconsistent. You might think you have a good guy, but he's inconsistent. JK gets hurt a lot, so it's not like I didn't need more running backs. And I already felt good about the receiver cores that I have. And I can get guys here later. Like, there's just so many receivers. All my young receiver guys that I wanted went. Stribling, Concepcion, and then I took Gold in the last one. There goes Lemon, and then there goes Marshawn Lloyd. Another guy I moved up my ranks a little bit. All right, there goes Keaton Mitchell, Woody Marks. The next two running backs that were on my list, and then Justin Herbert. And I'm okay gambling on some of these quarterbacks too. I mean, there's still a ton of quarterbacks here. There goes Jake Ferguson. Actually, I might even have an idea coming up here. If it goes that way. Wow, Houston D in round 10. That's a strategy, I guess. And then Brandon Aubrey. We found Barry's fucking burner team. Barry got in this draft and picked from the 101 spot. Then went Mark Andrews. Another guy I don't necessarily love, Mark Andrews this year. Kind of, he hasn't done shit in camp. Kind of sounds like he's washed. Haven't really been a big fan of his. Jawan Johnson, good pick. And then Alec Pierce. So yeah, we'll see if my idea works here. I have two players in mind that I think would go really good with this team and would fit with what we got. There goes Romeo Dobbs, Trevor Lawrence. There goes Jonah Coleman. Good pick. I think my little strategy here might work, so we'll see. Both guys are still there. And there goes Denver D. Okay, my strategy is going to work here. There goes Dalton Schultz. We're going to take Terrence Ferguson here. And we did that because we're going to try and get Stafford here on the way back. This guy already had a quarterback in Dak, so if he wants to double up on quarterback, be my guest. I can just take somebody else, which is fine. But if he's not, I can get Stafford here. Then I'll have Stafford, T. Ferg, and Devontae Adams. He goes Jacoby Myers. Okay. So we double or triple up here on the Rams. Adams, T. Ferg, Stafford. So we get a nice little triple stack going. Pretty nice to get the MVP of the league in fucking round 12, huh? All right, we'll see what comes back to us, but yeah, I mean we're pretty balanced so far. We got 5 running backs, 4 receivers, we got 2 tight ends, we have a quarterback. So yeah, we're pretty damn balanced so far right now. Probably need a couple more receivers, obviously, since we only have 4. But receivers so plentiful, so deep. I'll take some shot on some younger guys that could maybe have a shot. There's a couple guys even down here that I don't have much of, um, that I even wouldn't mind getting a shot at. So all right, sorry about that. There goes Jackson Dart off the board. I mean, I'm even open to like grabbing another quarterback too. So, but they are starting to get sucked up now. People are grabbing their backups. I mean, when you have Josh Allen or any of these elite guys, like, why do you need to reach for a backup this early? It makes no sense. You're never playing him. You're never starting Brock Purdy over Josh Allen other than week 7 on his fucking bye. Use it on a better position player. Makes no sense. But hey, what do I know? There goes Jordan Tyson, so somebody I want no part of. Cameron Dicker in round 12. Fuck yeah. A waste of a fucking pick that early. Maybe this guy, the Churn, will take his backup kicker in D this time. Is that what Barry's going to do since this is Barry's burner team? There goes Brenton Strange and Denzel Boston. Actually, it made 2 pretty decent picks there. There goes Bo Nix. And then Deebo Samuel. All right, so it is on the march back towards us on this side of the board. There goes Tyrone Tracy, who I moved way down my board. There goes the LA Rams defense. There goes Shaheed. Yeah, I'm pretty much leaning wide receivers here. I have a couple at the top of my board here I wouldn't mind taking a stab at. There's a couple nice running backs still there, like Tank Bigsby still here. Braylon Allen, I love. Jalen Wright, Emmett Johnson to go with my Ken Walker. I might actually take that one, to be honest. There goes Bigsby anyways. Mahomes is still out here too. I could take Mahomes. There goes Jacoby Lane. All right, so 2 picks until we're up. Couple different ways we could go here. Yeah, these wide receivers starting to go here. Eddie Pinheiro this early? Holy shit. And then Dylan Sampson goes. So I'm up now. I kind of don't want to miss out on Emmett Johnson just because I do have Ken Walker. So let's go ahead and grab Emmett Johnson here because this guy's already tried sniping me once with Dak. I could see him trying to do it again here. So we'll go Emmett Johnson just to be safe. And then we can just take whatever receiver we want coming back here. I'll have to pass on Mahomes. Not a big deal if we pass on Mahomes. I mean, if a lot of these guys have double quarterbacks, do they want a third fucking quarterback? Be my fucking guest. There's one wide receiver here that I don't have any of, I don't think, and I kind of want to grab a share. So we'll see if he's available when I pick here. There goes Kyler. Did Mahomes go? And Mahomes must have went. I just didn't mark it. Yeah, okay. I just didn't mark it. My bad. I'm thinking Mahomes is still here. Fuck. And then there goes Hunter Henry. Okay, so we're up. That receiver is still sitting here that I mentioned. Let me see where he's at on the list. Yeah, he's the third one. This is Trey Tucker. Um, yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna grab Trey Tucker here, just because I don't have any of him, and he sounds like he might be the Raiders one this year. So we'll take a shot on Trey Tucker here, just to have one share of him in any of my leagues. So I think that'll be all right. There goes Jalen McMillan. Kind of like I said, I just want to diversify a little bit. I don't want to have the same fucking guys on every team. Just diversify a little bit. So Trey Tucker's a good guy to do that with, and it's round 14. It's not like I spent an eighth round pick on him. So basically, from round 12 on, it's basically dart throws. So looking at it right now, we got 6 running backs, 5 receivers, 2 tight ends, and our quarterback. Um, and I'm feeling pretty damn good about it, to be honest with you. The way that things have fallen so far. So our starting lineup right now, we're gonna have Stafford week 1 with Ken Walker, and we'll see if Love plays. If not, we can throw a Mason or a Dobbins in there. There goes Goff and Malik. Um, And then our wide receivers, we're going to throw out CD, Devontae Adams, Rome Dunze. We can throw Golden in that flex spot too if we need to. Um, and then adding Trey Tucker to that list is nice as well. Hell, if Genty doesn't play, we could throw Mike Washington in to start week 1 too. Which sounds like Genty might not play week 1. Who knows? But he's a worthwhile upshot spot. Kayshon Butte, who just got traded to Houston. That was another guy I was considering with my Trey Tucker pick. But I do have a couple of Kayshon Buttes already. There goes Hawkinson. Severely underrated TJ Hawkinson. So yeah, I feel really good about this team so far. I think we covered our ass on the running backs, especially with Walker. He gets dinged up once in a while. So you're probably going to get him missing a game or two at some point. Jeremiah Love already dealing with something, so cover your ass there a little bit. Mason, Dobbins, Washington, Emmett Johnson, kind of covering our asses there. We have a solid running back room. Like if we do get an injury, we're not completely dead in the water here. So that was the thinking with all these running backs early. Receivers, I feel really good about Lamb, Devontae. Rome's been looking good. Matthew Golden's looking really good. And Trey Tucker might be the number 1 receiver on the Raiders, and we're getting him in round 14. So take a shot at him there. There goes Brian Robinson. And then there goes Cyrus Allen. AJ Barner, Braylon Allen. All right, it's coming back to us. We are 7 picks away. Probably looking receiver again here to add some more receiver depth. Maybe a backup quarterback too if somebody falls. I don't want to go Jordan Love because I do have Golden as well. So, or they have this. He has the same buy as Stafford. There is a quarterback that's sitting there that I wouldn't mind taking a shot on. So we'll see if he does come back. If so, we can grab him. If not, no big deal. But a lot of these guys that are picking ahead of me, like the Goff guy, the Lamar guy, the Jalen guy, all have one quarterback. So I'm thinking these top quarterbacks here might just get taken off the board. We could also look at Daniel Jones, to be honest with you, to pair up with Tyler Warren. There goes Ray Davis, Dulcich, Gunnar Helm. There goes Kenyon Sadiq. There goes Alvin Kamara. And we're up next here. And this guy has two quarterbacks behind me, so I will let the quarterback fall here, to be honest with you. So if he wants to take a third, be my fucking guest. So we'll probably take a wide receiver here. I'm kind of looking at Caleb Douglas. I don't have a lot of Caleb Douglas so far. Having a really good camp. I'll take a shot at him. Get the upside of Caleb Douglas. There goes Isaiah Pacheco. So, yeah, we'll grab Caleb Douglas here. And then we'll see what this guy behind us takes. I'm kind of looking at Baker Mayfield, to be honest with you. I've been sucked in by the Baker Mayfield on the quarterback show on Netflix. So I'm like, yeah, give me some more Baker Mayfield. And it was Cooper Kupp. I haven't seen him drafted a whole lot this offseason. And Pat Bryant, another guy I have some shares of. So yeah, let's do that. Let's go Baker Mayfield here as our backup quarterback. Baker Mayfield in round 16. Good shot to get him. So and I don't think I have a ton of Baker either, so it's nice to get a couple more shares of him. There goes Tyler Shuck. I like Baker better than Daniel Jones too, even though it would have fit my team a little better with Daniel Jones. But yeah, I like Baker, so let's get him. And when you got to start Baker too, like he has those, excuse me, he can have some of those crazy good games, touchdown pass wise. So I like that. All right, so we're up to 6 receivers now with our 6 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. So super balanced. We have 2 more position player picks we can make, and then obviously our kicker and our defense after that. So pretty much from here on out, we're open for whatever. There goes Dontavian Wicks. All right, I guess now we're going to take forever to pick. All right, there goes Trey Harris, Adonai Mitchell. Adonai's another guy I don't have a ton of. I should probably try and get a couple shares of him late if I can. There goes Malik Washington, too. There goes Jason Myers. There goes Kamani Vidal. Jalen Naylor. There goes the Chargers defense. Had to get that second defense. He got defense 4 and 5. He had to get 2 of them. Whatever. Spending the 14th on Seattle is fine. That's whatever. But then coming back and doubling on it, that's stupidity. There goes Flournoy and Chris Bell. Pat Fryermuth. Jordan Love. That guy's got 4 tight ends now. Awesome. Chris Bell. I need to mark off my list too. Fairbairn. One of my favorite kickers in the league. There he goes. There goes Philly D. One of the defenses I was looking at here. Oh. Let's see what comes back here. All right, there goes Cam Little. And there goes Nick Singleton. And then Damon Claiborne. All right, so 2 more picks, then we're up. Actually, I think that's not a bad pick. And there goes Justice Hill. It's a pair without Baker Mayfield. We'll take a shot at Ted Hurst here. And then there goes Jacksonville's D. And Samaje Perine. So now we are up. I think I was going to take a defense here. So there's New England. Minnesota's still there. I've had a couple New Englands. I don't have any Minnesota, I don't think, yet this year. So let's grab Minnesota D with Brian Flores. I like picking that one. So we'll go with Minnesota D. Mix it up a little bit. There goes Jerry Jeudy. There goes James Conner. Daniel Jones. Pittsburgh D. All right, so it's starting to move here pretty fast here in the late rounds. New England D. I don't even need to mark the defenses anymore. So yeah, we got our 7 receivers there. We'll see if maybe we grab a 7th running back, or maybe we grab another receiver. We'll see who's there. Receiver is looking pretty thin, to be honest. Maybe a 3rd tight end even. See if there's somebody there that could intrigue us. There goes Darren Waller. There goes Jawan Jennings and Katron Allen. I appreciate this, Travis. It's a little faster than normal, too. Yeah, I mean, pair him up with Baker Mayfield. Hell yeah, why not? You know, got some young receivers here. Hurst, Douglas, Golden. Pair up with these guys. Got a lot of upside. I mean, Hurst and these guys are only ascending, so. Honestly, I really like this team. This is a really good team. Just gotta survive the injuries. There goes Chase McLaughlin, Harrison Mavis. All right, heading back to us now. I have a couple guys in mind, possibly here. Wondered, should I take the DeMercado, just wrap up the Chiefs' backfield? Interesting. Okay. There goes Aronde Gadsden. And Joku's still there, too. That's an interesting one. That's a high upside pick this late. There goes Jake Bates. Dallas D. Tyler Loop. Baltimore D. All right, 2 more picks on us. There goes CJ Stroud. I mean, I could just take my Jalen Wright, who has been really good at camp, too. And then I would fuck the guy behind us who has Achane. So that's always fun. Just to stick it in him one more time. Especially on a run-heavy team like the Dolphins are going to be. That might not be. I think that's probably the play. There goes Cairo Santos. Yeah, we'll take Jalen Wright to stick it in this guy at the end here. And then we'll be up for our kicker. I bet you that guy's pissed. I just took Jalen right in front of him, too. There goes Harrison Butker. We'll probably grab Boswell here. Boswell's pretty solid. And I don't have a ton of Boswell yet this year compared to last year. Green Bay D. He's like, okay. All right, so we'll grab Boswell there, and that'll wrap it up for our team. So here we'll break down our team real quick one more time. Matt Stafford with Baker Mayfield are going to be our 2 quarterbacks on this one. Running backs, so we got Ken Walker we wanted. We got Jeremiah Love in round 4. So knowing we got Walker and Love, they're a little injury prone at times. We needed to stay strong. So we got Jordan Mason. We got J.K. Dobbins. We got Mike Washington. Maybe a little reach on Mike Washington, but he may start for a little bit here to begin the season and earn some more playing time. Emmett Johnson to kind of back up Ken Walker a little bit. Emmett Johnson's had a great camp. And then Jalen Wright, who I really, really like as a backup. So that'll be our running backs there. Receivers, we got CD Lamb. We didn't have any CD Lamb yet this year, and that was a guy I pressed the button on every single time last year, just about. So getting a CD Lamb was nice. Adams, so we got Stafford and Adams. We pair those two up. We have Rome Odunze, who we don't have a ton of yet either. So Lamb, Adams, Odunze. And then Matthew Golden, who's had a great camp. So he's our 4. And then we added some upside guys and Trey Tucker in round 14, who's the Raiders' #1 receiver right now. Added Caleb Douglas and Baker Mayfield or Ted Hurst to go with Baker Mayfield. So there we got that. Tyler Warren, we took in round 3 as our starting tight end. I think he's going to get a lot of catches this year. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets 100 catches this year. And then in 1.5 premium, I'll eat that up all day. And I didn't, that's a guy I've been talking a lot about for redraft this year, and I don't have a ton of him. I think I had 2 shares so far, so this is a 3rd share. So I wanted to kind of back that up and get that guy. We added Ferguson and Stafford, so coming into that pick, I knew Ferguson was going to be there, so we grabbed him, and we knew this guy took Dak right before us last round, that I was going to be able to pair up Stafford with Ferguson and Adams. So that was the play. It worked out perfectly. Didn't grab a 3rd tight end, but that's fine. And then our kicker, Chris Boswell here, really, solid kicker every year, and Minnesota D. So pretty damn good draft here. I like this team quite a bit. And so that was pretty good. If you guys don't mind, make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button on this channel. That really helps us out. Leave comments, all that good stuff too. But we'll be back next time here on the South Harmon Fantasy Network, and we will do some more of these drafts. I plan on doing at least 7 more. I want to do a draft a day leading up to the season, Wednesday to Wednesday. So we have that upcoming. And so it should be fun, guys. So check back in at Eric Vanek NFL. You can follow me there as well. And keep in touch with my podcast, and then keep in touch with these as well. So I might even do something during the season too. So it should be pretty cool. But appreciate you guys all for listening in. It was a lot of fun. And we'll be back next time. We'll see you.